So it's this week's comic haul and review episode. Sorry, my brain's a bit. Bleh. I came down with starts with a heavy cold on Tuesday night, and it's not lifted much at all. So I'll see how I go. But I'm thinking I better do it because I got part of my haul this with my pull list this week, but there's about 6 titles that they had shortages at my shop. Diamond, as per usual, are fucking useless. And they've just shorted my shop of quite a lot of titles. So hopefully they'll be in next week's batch. And I've still not got Detective 1088, which is really annoying me. So if they come next week, then I'll look at those. But I did get a number of titles, and I ordered some online as well because it's sold out a few times from my local comic shop. So we'll look at those and see how we go. Okay, so the first one is Exceptional X-Men #1. I went for the variant cover. No idea who it's by, but I just found it more striking. So this is written by Eve Ewing. She did the recent relaunch of Black Panther, and I think she did Ironheart as well. But she's a very good naturalistic writer, and the art is by Carmen Canero. The art is really nice. I prefer this art to the art in X-Men. I'd say this art is up there with the art in Uncanny X-Men. It's really nice, really clean, really naturalistic as well. This feels more in the spirit of Claremont's run on X-Men. Eve's got a perfect handle of Kitty Pryde, or Katie Pryde. I didn't know she was bisexual. It's because I kind of dropped off on Krakoa after Hickman left. It was just too much. But yes, apparently she's bisexual, which, before people start saying, ooh, woke, Chris Claremont always wanted to do that with her as a character, apparently, when I did a deep dive about it. But Marvel at the time nixed it and said no. So yeah, so she's bisexual, but it's done in a very natural, again, just a very normal way. She basically goes on a date, but no, it doesn't go the way it plans. You need to read to find out why, because there's quite a lot of just scene setting in this season, this issue, and it's fun. The dialogue's fun. She lives with a roommate who's got a really cute little corgi, and she encounters this girl who's being bullied outside a club by one of the bouncers, which is this girl here with the gold face. And so she's the first mutant, one of the, in brackets, new mutants that she encounters, and she basically helps her. And it's a very cool visual way of showing Kitty Pryde's phasing powers. I hadn't put this on my pull list. I wasn't going to buy this. More fool me. First issue's $4.99, but it's going to be $3.99 after that with the regular issues. And I do think it's cheeky of Marvel how they're kind of like saying Gail Simone and the one who writes Moon Knight, what's he called? Jed McKay. That's how I got brain fog today from cold. It's like they're thinking, we'll give these titles more expensive, but for the same page count, just because the bigger names. Fuck that. There might be bigger names, doesn't mean they're better. This is such a solid one. I'm already invested in this new character who lives with her Her grandma's so cool. And it's got that perfect soap opera element, what's been missing from the X-Men for a long time. Because at the end of the day, the X-Men, in Claremont's run especially, was a soap opera about people who just happen to be mutants, who occasionally did battles, but on other issues, they'd be on a basketball court, or they'd be, going shopping or something like that. And this is what the vibe I get from it. And of course, Emma Frost appears on the last page, so really enjoyable issue. I'm going to put it on my pull list. I might even be I'm going to give X-Men, the Jed McKay one, another 2 issues if it doesn't pick up, because as I mentioned in my last week's episode, where there's a few annoying tropes what he uses in his dialogue, and I feel he doesn't take risks. He's a very safe, bland writer. I think he peaked with Moon Knight. I think he really knows how to do that character, but I don't like his handle on anything else that he's done. So this and Uncanny could be my two flagship X-Men titles that I'll be carrying on with, and I'll be carrying on with Phoenix. I have decided to stop X-Force, so that's been taken off my list, and I'm stopping X-Factor because I've got a feeling the art will end up annoying me. There's just too much good stuff. I've got to be ruthless. And I'm still getting X-Men adjacent Deadpool. So yeah, really enjoyed this. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. And another one that was just a perfect series from first issue to last issue is Penguin. This is issue 12, the final issue. Wonderful, wonderful cover. So it's Tom King, and art is by the regular artist, who is... Rafael Delator. Beautiful, gorgeous artwork. I mean, just look at that. This has been a joy from issue to issue. There was a lengthy break from 11 to this one, but in a way I'm pleased because they've kept the same team of the artist and writer. Very satisfying wrap up, real enjoyable long story of the Penguin, full of double crosses, and they pulled the rug out from under you every so often, so you weren't really sure where the story was going to go. Very fitting conclusion. 9 out of 10. For the series as a whole, 10 out of 10. If you've not been collecting it, I do recommend you try the trade paperbacks or hardbacks, whatever it is, and read them that way. Even if you're a bit burnt out by Batman or a bit burnt out by Tom King, this is lean Tom King. This is Tom King without the heavy exposition. This is a really, really good solid crime thriller, and I absolutely love it. Another one that I absolutely loved is The Boy Wonder. This is final issue 5. This was glorious. Oh, so glorious. Half of it's basically just a fight issue where they basically kick the shit out of Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul, whatever, however you pronounce it. And this is my favourite page of a comic this week. I just love the energy and dynamism. I mean, I just love it where it says, "Don't touch my son," and he punches Raz right into the sky like that. I mean, it's extreme, it's over the top, it's almost like a Cartoon Network energy. It's absolutely wonderful. Junibar has... I've never tried his stuff before, but I'm trying the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles adjacent comic he's doing. I forgot what it's called now, Night Watcher or whatever. And yeah, I just love how he writes. And like I said, this is some of the nicest, most dynamic art going. It's almost manga-esque, almost animation style. But it's got something what a lot of comics haven't got. It's got heart. And the ending actually made me fill up a little bit. Which, I mean, it's a book about Damian Wayne. Nobody... He's not meant to tug at your heartstrings, but this did. It's about family, basically finding your family as well, found family. It's not just family by blood. And it's making the community where you live family. And this 2 pages were just really, really powerful. There's no real... It ties up where the guy is kidnapping that girl. There's a big reveal with her. It was just... I just had a big cheesy grin on my face. This has been one of the best books of the year. If you've not read it, again, do get it in collected form. It's been a joy to read. 9 out of 10. Absolutely love that series. And talking another quality one, Conan, Battle of the Black Stone. So this is the big Howard-verse crossover. So it's Conan, but also characters from the rest of Robert E. Howard's universe. So you've got Solomon Kane, El Barak, whatever he's called. I've forgotten the other names, like I said, I've got a cold, can't be asked. but the art is really nice as per usual. Jim Zub's writing this, so it's all about the Blackstone, which is found and referenced in not just Conan, but other Howard universes and Howard characters. And there's this writer who's basically a thinly veiled version of Robert E. Howard, who is the capstone and linchpin for this big event happening, which unleashes the power of the Blackstone across all the different centuries to all these different characters. And this is basically build up for the rest of the series. It was great, 8 out of 10. Another comic, what consistently good, Rook Exodus, number 5. It felt like it's a bit shorter this time. I think it was 20 story pages. I think normally it's 22. But I can forgive it when the art is this detailed. Still cardstock cover. Still a wonderful story. Still got a wonderful cover. Jason Fabok is doing some of the best comic art anywhere. Solid story. Not too much, not too little. Just enough. And yeah, it's expanding on the lore of this world where Rook and the other avatars live, where they have control over different beasts. And it literally finishes, let's have a look. It opens up a new dimension of, maybe there's more to the link between the animals and the people of the avatar helmets, because he kind of bonds with one of the giant wild boars, what his friend have power over. So that opens up some interesting dynamics, kind of trippy in the beginning as well. And yeah, 9 out of 10, loved it. And another one that it's a good week this week. I love it when it's positive like this. Another one that I loved, pardon me, is Cruel Universe number 2. I enjoyed the first one, but this is leaps and bounds beyond that. This is finally, they found the groove. Hopefully they just continue to keep on improving. It's got people like Stephanie Phillips, Riley Rossmo, Ben Winters, Leo Max, Chris Condon, Javier Fernandez, Christopher Cantwell and David Lapham. So A-list talent. So you've got futuristic cannibals, reanimator style revenge with a twist, brain, almost like a Cronenberg-esque brain transplant surgery that goes wrong, that unleashes psychic powers. And then the final one is a twist on the old ray gun, 50s kind of ray gun aliens technology kind of story. And each one was a home run, each one was a joy to read. Fantastic. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Highly recommend you do pick up these series. Cardstock cover as well. $4.99, but I think there's about 26, 27 story pages, so can't grumble at that. And another one which is $4.99, but you get a lot of story pages. And it's Jeff Lemire's Minor Arcana. I didn't have this on my pull list. I wanted to try the first issue first. It's going on my pull list. I love Jeff Lemire's art. Some people don't like it, but for me, it stands out. It's got, I think he does his best writing when he does the illustrating as well. It's just got so much character to it. But I love artists like Ted McKeever, and others that push, Bernard Moreau, may rest in peace, Mike Howard, but just push the boundaries of what you can do with conventional comic art. It's kind of like ugly beautiful, if that makes sense. He's got a wonderful colour palette as well. It can be quite muted and grey to like convey mood, and the splashes of colour. So it's about this woman who ends up back in her hometown. It's like a no-hope town. Apparently her mum's like this cheap shot psychic. There's something wrong with mum. It doesn't say what it is, but it looks like it could be cancer. So her mum kind of like emotionally blackmails her to come and look after her. She's full of anger. She had a nasty breakup with a girl that she fancied, I think, in high school or college. And it's like that saying you can't go back, and she's finding that. But there's something just pulling her back, and she doesn't want it to. And she's having visions and flashbacks. So even though mum comes across as like a hokum psychic, looks like she's the real deal. And it goes on about family. Jeff Lemire loves going on about family dynamics, So it does like she's got really deep ties to her granddad who sadly passed away. That's her granddad's jacket, and it's just building up on this. It's basically introducing the town and introducing the characters. It's kind of like Vertigo meets. Remember the series on TV, Northern Exposure? It's like got that oddball sensibility, that wholesome oddball sensibility, but with the Vertigo occult kind of flavour to it. 9 out of 10. Yeah, invested. And one that was out last week, but I forgot to guess it, so I picked it up now because I told you I'm back on board with The Flash. I love this cover. I don't know why. I just really love it. It's just full of fun. So the whole Flash family are in full effect in this. So you've still got Cy Spierer writing, Ramon Perez on artwork. This one's an unusual one. His previous issues have very much been hard sci-fi, weird science kind of flavour. It still is with this, but I think it's because I'm feeling a bit. I'm feeling getting a bit teary now. Think about it. It was like a study in love as well. So Linda West, Wally West's wife, her mind had been wiped by like a modified abracadabra, and now she's got all the feelings back, and so she's just full of this anger and grief at herself, grief at losing these memories that she treasured, and it's just Salisbury just does it in a very simple, powerful way. He just manages to express her love for Wally, and there's a wonderful scene with Barry and Wally at the end as well. Again, just which is a different kind of love. It's that paternal love. Salisbury, you wrote a good book. Like I said, I'm in it for the weird science, but when you bring family dynamics in like that as well, genius. People are still banging on certain pages and bring back Jeremy Adams. Jeremy Adams can't write fuck all anything of this quality. I love him on Green Lantern, but his Flash was too fluffy and too cozy family feels. It didn't feel like the Flash. Flash has never been like that. There's been family dynamics, but then there's been a good weird science bit which was missing badly from it. It's just too. I felt like I'd had too much sugary sweets kind of thing. Whereas Salisbury's doing a balance now. He's doing a long story. What some people are a bit foolish, I think, giving up early on for it, and I'm up for it. 9 out of 10. Wonderful, and great art as well by Ramon Perez. Next up, we have issue 2 of Dark Knights of Steel All Winter. This is a very brutal sequel to Dark Knights of Steel. This is more like a Viking kind of story. So it's written by Jay Kristoff, who's written loads of like YA books and like Sword and Sorcery kind of style fantasy books. I think he's Australian. He's very good friends with fuck's sake, Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor does the backup in this. The art by Terso, my word, I love it. So people were saying when they were reviewing the first one, I don't like it because it's black and white. It's black and white for a reason. There's some wonderful splashes of colour in this. There's a young lad who's got this talent where he's the only one in colour, and he can unleash his colour upon this grey world. And it's called Alec. So, I wonder. And the backup's great as well, by Tom Taylor, and forgot his name, but he also did quite a run on the Superman War Worlds storyline. Yeah, this is great. Good Sword and Sorcery. I'm bored with stuff like multiverse stories, but I'm all in for Elseworld stories because they're not multiverses. The Elseworlds are completely different. It's a contained universe. There's no spillover. It's great. Yeah, wonderful. I'm enjoying every Elseworlds title that's been coming out. So yeah, 9 out of 10. See what I mean though? I'm saving the best till last though. This was a close one for being book of the week. Frankenstein issue 1, part of the Universal Monsters line, so you get your cardstock cover and a creator doing a new take on the Universal Stories film of a classic character. So you got Universal's Frankenstein here. So this takes it from a standpoint. It's by Michael Walsh, who did the Silver Coin. This takes it from the standpoint of the child of one of the body parts that comes to be making the creature. It's the hands. And Michael Walsh's artwork is just so good. It was weird because when I was reading it, I could almost hear like the James Whale soundtrack from the original Frankenstein movie. He's with the art and the dialogue. Out of all the Universal ones, this is the closest one to embrace the full spirit of the original film that it's based on. Because it's not based on the books; it's based on the films. It's glorious. The art is beautiful. From the inking to the colouring, beautiful use of shadows, from the wonderful cover. Oh, it's just perfect. It's the strongest one. I love Dracula. I enjoyed Creature from Black Lagoon, but I think the art was a bit weak. But this, it's amazing. And it finishes on such a sinister cliffhanger. I can't wait. There's variant covers, but I do think this is the best cover, the original. 9 out of 10. And then for the comic of the week, we have Plastic Man No More. Again, I want to try the first issue. Pardon me. And I am going to be guessing it. This got on my pull list. This was wonderful. So it's a Black Label book. Now listen to this. $4.99. Ooh, not $4.99. Cardstock cover. No adverts. 32 pages of story. That's a good deal. It's written by Christopher Cantwell, artist by Alex Limbs, who did the art in the... sorry, I'm feeling a bit crap now. Did the art in the Monarch series from Image. His art style in this, it's still got that kind of sketchiness to it, but it's so much more extra. He's perfect for Plastic Man because he's got that wonderful cartoony expressionism on facial tics and body movements, and it's great. So first 6 pages or so are giving you like the setup for Plastic Man's origin when he was eels, and then it moves on to this wonderful like 60s Justice League kind of style of artwork, where he's part of the Justice League. You know, he's reformed because originally he was a villain, and it just shows how the Justice League use him. They think, oh yeah, Plastic Man can like distort his body and all that, so he's great for like blocking things that they can't normally block, but they treat him like a butt of a joke for everything. So no matter what he says, even if he's being serious, they just laugh it off and it's just him being zany. But he really gets hurt and his body's just not bouncing back or repairing itself like it normally does. And long story short, it turns out that his body's slowly decaying. It's just not repairing itself anymore, and he's got a son who's not been greatest of fathers to, who's got his same abilities, and he's worried that his son could end up the same way. So now he's basically looking for some way to save, if not his life, his son's life. It was so good. There's quite a few of these issues this week being about family, and I don't know if I was in a sentimental mood or because I've been feeling a bit meh this week, but they kind of got me, and this one did as well. From the cover to the art to the dialogue, it's just a fantastic read. 10 out of 10 for this book. I would sometimes say wait for the trade, but not for this one. I'd say buy it now. Like I said, it's good value. $4.99 for a 32-page comic with a cardstock cover. You'd be fool not to get it. Like I said, I've got about 6 issues that I should have been getting this week. One of them was a distillery one. There's Absolute Power, and there's a few others as well. Hopefully they'll be in my pull box next week, so I should have quite a substantial stack next week to review. I was going to do some other stuff this week, but I just can't be fucking arsed. I really can't. I took some tablets about half an hour ago, so it's kind of like dried up. I mean, But oh my god, today's been interesting. I met you don't need to know this, but I met my friend today, and she was just laughing because I was so grumpy because I'd had 2 hours sleep because I was coughing all night. Every time I was sneezing, it was just like, "Don't look." No, it was good. It wasn't good. It was like something. It was like my face was a bit like his legs melted like that. It just went. So yeah, showing too much. Maybe I did. Anyway, so that's it. Hope you've all had a nice Saturday or whatever day it is then you're watching this, and I'll see you soon. Bye. And I'm not going to say I love you. No, who knows? Bye.